I reckon he'll join me in a fight. Stanley is the type who immerses himself in the minutiae of local folklore at any chance he can get. The book on the desk is a compilation of rumours about the Hocumtuck Indians of Dunwich and their supposed ceremonial practices. Stanley has recorded anecdotes of his travels through Kingsport, Dunwich and Innsmouth on this map, tracing the route he followed prior to his arrival in Arkham. The table is covered in disorganized heaps of cables, machine gear, electronics receivers, a microphone and an odd glass case. Moustache. In these desperate times when residents are denied the convenience of centralized heating, one must resort to old methods. The bright flames lend a nice, even warmth to this cozy but otherwise dull room. Some minutiae one. Wooden tribal totem depicts a winged, six-legged mythological being from Himalayan folklore. Judging by their contents, this shelf contains the personal notations of Stanley Fredkin, one of which contains his reflections on the phenomena associated with the simple country folk. See Stanley sitting in the dark, looking pale and devoid of his former energy. As annoying as it was, he begins to whisper in a discomforting tone that you can't place just what it is that's bothering you about his voice.
Welcome, sir. Thanks for coming on such short notice to give my friend their appearance. My studies have left me completely exhausted. Honestly, I wanted to rest and recover. But I'm so close to finding a way out. So close, it is worth testing the limbs of this shell of flesh and bone.
Examine you if you're concerned about your health.
Thank you, but that will not be necessary. I need some rest, that's all. As long as my mind remains sharp, you needn't worry about me.
So now you know how to leave this place. Seems you've solved the situation with the rustic-looking man. Why wouldn't you discuss this with me before?
Oh yes. It was a minor nuisance. He served me well within his rather limited ability, of course.
So now you know how to leave this place.
Precisely, it is past time I leave this filthy nest of apes before me forever. But as you can see, my ill health won't allow me to complete my work. I also have serious doubts that my current assistant is resourceful enough to aid me in the last stage of this process.
And this is where I come in. What are those machines? I thought your interest was in folklore.
Knowledge takes many shapes, my friend. You will learn many things when we are on our way to the stars.
You need my help first, right?
See what I mean? I need quick reasoning and a practical mind like yours to finish the job. Help me complete my work and you will accompany me, the only other person privileged to do so, far away from this world full of primal vibrations.
Are we planning to get us out of here?
I won't bore you with the highly technical specifics. Just know that my connections allow me to discover ways beyond the borders of man's limited science. If you knew what they taught me about our universe.
Who are these connections?
You'll meet them when we're ready to leave. Don't worry.
Tell me what I need to do.
Right, to the point. I like that. VO6 parts are needed to complete my research. A long-wave radio transmitter, an electrical conductor, and some formaldehyde. These items are the last things standing between us and infinity.
Where can I find them? You should have worked selling advertisements. Tell me where to begin.
Unfortunately, you have to do this part on your own. My friend Richter at the drugstore won't be a good place to start. Debauched he may be, but he seems to have the skills that aid us in this final phase.
Don't die before we finish the job. I have some questions.
Fortunately, my illness dictates that I rest now. We'll talk more later, my friend.
Okay, so an escape. That sounds like a plan then, doesn't it? A whisperer in the darkness. 20 on story progression. What was it I needed? Formaldehyde. Finding formaldehyde. Finding the conductor. Finding the transmitter. Do you have any of those things? Transmitter, conductor, formaldehyde. Battery. That's none of it. Empty syringe, miskatonic diploma. Must not be hard to come by. Chemical filter, camera. Could be a tall order for us. Conductor, transmitter, and formaldehyde. Isn't formaldehyde what you get from smoking? Maybe I could just smoke some of my cigarettes? Yes, okay. What? Master performs a ritual to create a protective circle around herself. Turns her saliva into and spits forth. Eye gazes upon the caster's enemy who suffers reduced combat capabilities. Why would I want to do any of that? Maybe there's another spell that I can do. Transmitter, conductor, formaldehyde. You are... what the fuck? You are my... Charlie, shoot this loony. Okay, bye bye Billy. You did ask for it, mate. Finger of punishment artifact and the baby owl. I'd like to trade. I've got some rations. I have got rations. Conductor. What will a conductor look like? So no one's got a conductor, basically, is what you're telling me. No one's got a conductor. Oh, he's dead. Bye bye, Billy. You were creepy, but I didn't want to shoot you myself. I would have preferred you died in some form of blaze of glory in a battle, but you did try it on with a mobster, who seems at best creepy, at worst like an entire warning system to himself. Oh hello, Turkish zest. So maybe I see if I can have a word about this. You can find me here. Okay, I will, mate. Cheers, outsider. He's a good companion. So yeah, if I'm here for some formaldehyde. Do you know where I can find a radio transmitter? Transmitter won't be easy to find such a delicate machine in Arkham, he continues after a short pause. I would try the French Hill streets though. Heard a man called D.B.S.B.F resides there. I know that surname. Here's the person I think he is. That may be your best bet. Another thing. I'm here for some formaldehyde. Formaldehyde? What are you planning to preserve? A lifeless fetus, perhaps? Forget it. Who am I to question others' questionable pursuits? The truth is I don't have any formaldehyde. It's a bit out of my field. Know where I can get some? Let's see, the main component of formaldehyde turns out to be methyl alcohol. Should be a pretty high methyl alcohol output at distillery because of that charlatan wheat's crude distilling methods. If you can get me the methyl alcohol from the mob's distillery, I guess I can make you some formaldehyde. For a price, of course. And at last I can preserve my dead fetuses in the back decently. Just joking, or am I? Can't you share formaldehyde's formula with me? I can take over from there. Yes, perhaps I can, but you'll have to compensate for my services anyway. Yet with the formula, you can produce more formaldehyde in the future to use on different fields or subjects, shall I say. Where is this distillery? It's to the east of Riverside. Here, let me show you on your map. Alright, I'll be back with you. Who is this Wheat you mentioned? A drunk fraud who pretends to be the distiller of the mob. I've heard that his own whiskey brand was third class at best, even before the Black Day. You can guess how primitive and graceless his products now are. Alright, I'll be back with your methyl alcohol. So formaldehyde will be a bit more complicated. The transmitter will be complicated. Did have someone to talk to, didn't I? Who was it? Dimitri? Require the number 17. Okay. We're doing quite a lot. This door's open now. Oh dear. Okay. Right. Hello. The heavily scarred man who was conducting the ritual abruptly turns to you like a scared predator caught in a trap. Soon after, you come to realize this man must have been condemned to some kind of torture that ultimately crippled both his flesh and soul. After making a heathen hand gesture, the man speaks with a voice that can only be described as a disturbingly loud whisper. They sent you to bring me back, cult dog. They think Kuroa is still the easy meat he used to be. One step closer and Bazal Lathaga, Anu shreds you into 1,000 pieces. You feel a ruinous power emanating from this broken man. I have no idea what's going on here. After a brief look of surprise, his pained eyes scan you cautionally. Make yourself known, or I'll let the black worms devour your eyes. Hey, I'm Joshua Whitcomb. No eating my eyes, alright? The man calling himself Kroger tips his head to one side as if listening to an invisible advisor. My guest does not see the mantle of lies on you. This means you may live for a few more minutes. I've done that before. He actually eats your eyes. So you're not lying. Not lying. My guest does not see the mantle of your lies on you. This means you may live for a few more minutes. For a few more minutes? You think I would take the risk of letting you go? All of a sudden, the man falls into violent spasms, seemingly the result of extreme pain. Are you alright? Ignoring you, Kroger concentrates on breathing deeply for a while before he could whisper again. I cannot let you go! No one sees me on this side of the river may live. Kroger winces again as if the pain has just returned to show him it is not going anywhere soon. Look, you're in serious pain. I can bring you all kinds of sedatives. I am proficient in medicine. Let me help you. The ones you see on the surface remain insignificant compared to some others. No, you can't help me. The pain is a part of me now. Like a black hound that is beaten into my calf and will never, ever let me go. That may be true, but at least I can do something for those visible infected lesions. You watch the tortured man hesitate until finally making up his mind. Me and Bazal Varganu decided this might be of our mutual benefit. Do your job, Doctor. Examine and treat the man to the best of your capacity. Treat some of the more recent infected wounds, but the more closely you examine him, the more you understand that the marks on his body are only the tip of the iceberg. From his deliberate, shaky movements to his tense expression, you understand that this man has been conditioned to expect pain like Pavlov's dog. When you're done treating him, he glances at you with befuddled eyes. Not bad, Doctor. Not bad at all. So can I leave this place as a living person? Don't mention it, it's my job. Well, Doc, it seems you've earned the right to safe passage. I and Bazal Farg Anu are of like minds on this. Thanks for granting me what I already had. I better go. Have some questions before I leave. Krog seems to be in agony, and your answer is because of his reluctance to enjoy your questions, or a byproduct of his condition. Do you have any idea what this statuette represents? Show him the clay figurine. Krog examines the ages-old figurine. Of course, that is a representation of Cthulhu, or the Grandfather, as the cult calls him. The sheiks of the cult have been telling us they could feel its presence nearby. I even heard that a band of cultists actually saw His Majesty in full glory, rising on the horizon. I've also heard that when they were found, almost all of them were dead, with smiles of awe permanently fixed to their faces. And they tell that the surviving acolytes are saying just one thing: "Oh, beautiful doom." Who is that infernal guest? His name is Barzal Farganu, and I advise you to address him by his true name. He is a guest in my domain and also my only ally in this game of cat and mouse. Another thing. I mean, no offense, but how did you become like this? Do I look like I'd enjoy discussing this? You think I secretly have some good memoirs that I'm about to reveal? They stamped, scraped, and bent me until I lost all purpose, until I was reborn in their eyes. Let's just say I was more interested in learning than worshipping, so they had to rehabilitate me. They had to teach me that questioning leads to the ultimate form of unhappiness. With his whispering voice, he imitates his tormentors. Under the awakened, sanctified presence, no pursuit other than devaluing yourself can bestow tranquility. So they devalued me to a point where only suffering remains. Would you like to barter? Yes, as long as you have something to take my pain away. I'd stolen some tombs and manuscripts from the cult before making my escape. Some of the volumes I've studied thoroughly and do not need any more. Open the trade screen. Human skull! Hooray! Dream jade, a mysterious thickening veil mineral. Manuscript. Evil eye was a cursed comment to me. Okay, so this is magic. Warding ritual. Potential attacks, but potent attack spell. Hold accountable. Conjurations of the voodoo priesthood. Devilish enchantment, Mesopotamian tongue, or certain petrification spell. Okay, so I've got someone to trade with as well. Hooray! So that was creepy. Not sure why I didn't want to say his name. I think I died in the past by doing that before as well. Might have been something I have literally just read. But thank you for spending the time with me. It's been great. Hope you have a great time. Hope you have a marvellous time for the rest of the day. And I hope you... Well, I shall do this again soon. Speak to you soon. Bye. Have a good one.